Okay, so we're going to be conducting 2 experiments. Okay, so we have, okay, which are sheets of paper, a cloth sponge, a paper towel, wax paper, and foil. Okay, so we have some water, and we have a dropper, and we're going to go ahead and see which one absorbs water the quickest. Okay, so I'm going to move this one here to the paper. Let's see. Ooh. Let's try to move it to the paper. Having trouble here. Having trouble. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. We're going to start with the wax paper. We're going to put some water. We're going to start with the regular paper. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to fill the dropper up twice, and we're going to just see. So water is spilling on the side of the paper, so you can really see what's going on. Okay, so that was for the paper. Next, we're going to do the cloth sponge. Okay, so that was the sponge. Okay, so the next is going to be the paper towel. Okay, it's the paper towel, and then we're going to move this down here. And we're going to do the wax paper. Okay. And we're going to do we're going to do the foil. Okay, so we're going to see which one based upon observation, we could see that both the sponge, paper towel, and the paper towel absorbed water the quickest, because if we lift both of them up, basically the water sticks. However, it looks like this paper towel soaks up the most water, where it actually just soaks it up through the whole paper towel, as opposed to leaving any residue on the table. This sponge here, it's been folded like 4 times. It's like pretty thick, just like the paper. The paper was just only a half sheet and folded it in half like that, but this is several layers. This basically, the water just kind of like soaked up, and then it fell through the other side of the sponge towel, and you can still see water on the table. The paper It didn't absorb water the quickest because it did absorb some water, but it did not absorb water the quickest. So water ended up spilling on the side here. It did collect water, but it still spilled on the table. We lifted up. There's still water on the table, and then the paper is the water there. And this was actually a full sheet of paper. And basically this is what it looks like. Okay. So the others are the wax paper. You can see the water is still on the wax, and if we lift it up and put it out, there's water on the table, and there is just like a light residue of where the water, a water stain of where the water did absorb, but this was least effective in absorbing water. Okay, so the next one here is the foil. And if I were to put the foil, the water just basically drips on the table. There is no water absorption. Basically, the water just dots up, and it comes off. It didn't absorb water at all. So that is all for the water test, or the absorption test.